Good morning, riders. It is Friday, April 4th. I'm your host, Julia.
And I'm Addison.
Let's hear about the 3 R's of CR.
What's that racket?
What, bro?
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing, bro.
Well, I know you aren't doing. And that's showing the 3 R's. Let's rewind and take a look-see. For starters, Marshall has an open book bag, which, as you can assume, isn't showing that he's ready. Next, Marshall is playing his music very loudly in the hallways, which isn't very respectful to other classrooms around him. And finally, Marshall is late to class, which isn't very responsible of him to be. Now, let's take a peek at what Marshall would look like if he was showing his 3 R's. If we take a look at Marshall's good example, we can see his book bag is zipped up, he has a hall pass, and his music is not being played out loud.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, Edison, have you read any books lately?
Nah.
Well, let's go to Temmie to see what she has to share with us.
What book? What book? Where's one of those ones? Hold on. Book spotted. Rent a boyfriend, alright. See how look this one goes. Chloe Wong is nervous to introduce her parents to her boyfriend because the truth is, she hasn't even met him yet either. She hired him from Rent for Your Rent. What? She hired him from Rent for Your Rents, a company specializing in providing fake boyfriends, trained to impress even the most traditional Asian parents. Drew Chan's passion is art, but after his parents cut him off for dropping out of college to pursue his dreams, he became a Rent for Your Rents opera... I can't with a Rent for Your Rents. Oh! Rent for your parents. That makes more sense. He became a Rent for Your Rents operative to keep a roof over his head. Luckily, learning protocols like Type C parents prefer quiet, kind, zero PDA gestures comes naturally to him. When Chloe rents Drew, the mission is simple. Convince her parents fake Drew is worthy of their approval, so they'll stop pressuring her to accept a proposal from Hong Boa, the wealthiest young bachelor in their tight-knit Asian American community. But when Chloe started to fall for the real Drew, who, unlike his fake persona, is definitely not rent-worthy, her carefully curated life begins to unravel. Can she figure out what she wants before she loses everything? Rent a Boyfriend, found here in the library.
Thanks for the read, Temmie.
Let's hear about some new up-and-coming events.
In a world where Wednesday nights are wasted when you get out fun with your friends, one CR group must step up and bring the change. Anchor for Life is up for the challenge.
Now let's get to our weekly segments.
Good morning, riders. Welcome back to Rider 1. Here's what I got for you guys this week. Thanks to all the surveys you guys took for us, we were able to come to a decision, and we are now hosting a workshop for you guys to come. We're hosting it in F210 on the 17th of April. You guys can sign up to come down and meet with us, and we help you guys apply for jobs, make resumes, and anything else you guys need help with. We, the Dublin team, are going to do our best for you guys. The sign-up sheet will be available during all lunches. If you guys want to come down, sign up. All we need is your name and what your 5th period is. There will be Chick-fil-A catering for you guys if you guys want to show up, work, and prepare for your future. Also, 3rd marking period grades are coming up on the 16th. You guys need to watch out for that. If you guys still want to come down to the branch and get your 2nd marking period grades submitted for points, once you get 20 points with us, you get $10. Spring break is coming up, so the window to get your 3rd marking period grades in immediately is short. You guys have about like 4 days, so I say come down quick, get your points, get your money, and enjoy your spring break. That's all I have for you guys this week. Have a good weekend.
What's up, riders? It's Matt with Maddie's Meals for this week's lunch menu. For Monday, we're having chicken and waffles, tater tots, and steamed green beans. For Tuesday, we're having beef soft tacos with toppings, steamed broccoli, and steamed corn. For Wednesday, we're having baked ziti with garlic bread, stewed tomatoes, and steamed peas. For Thursday, we're having barbecue chicken BLT sandwich, steamed carrots, and celery sticks. And for Friday, we're having a new Mexican-style chicken rice bowl, mixed vegetables, and ranchero beans.
Good morning, riders, and welcome back to another episode of Rider Sports. I'm your host, Elijah McFarland, back here with my coach, Jamir Thomas Powell. We are currently on Legacy Field where our girls soccer team plays. Speaking of them, our girls soccer team is on a roll as they picked up a win against Brandywine 6-0 and a win against Sussex Central 3-0. Our girls softball team did take losses to Laurel and Cape, but they did pick up a win against Dover 28-0. Our tennis teams went down and took care of Smyrna and Sussex Academy, beating both of them 5-0, but our boys unfortunately did lose to St. Andrews. Moving on to our boys volleyball team, who surprised, they beat Odessa 3-0. Congratulations, and keep getting them wins.
Shout out to both their boys and girls track and field teams taking care of business down in Cambridge, Maryland. Girls came in 4th and boys came in 1st. Shout out to the 4x1, the 4x4, and the 4x8 for breaking the meet records down in Cambridge. Our baseball team hasn't started off the season too good, taking losses to both Cape and Dover, but they will bounce back. Our golf team has started off the season pretty good, winning both their tri-meets. Our boys lacrosse team beat the brakes off of Poly, but unfortunately they took a loss to Sally's. And our girls lacrosse team been on the road, remaining undefeated, taking wins against Bonner Prejudice High School, Tatnall, and Polytech.
And here are your upcoming sports for the next week.
That's all the sports we got for this week. Continue to put up the hard work and go Riders.
Hi, welcome to Cole's Time Report with me, Cole Beaver, back here again with the weather report for y'all. This time, we're gonna be cooling down some, but first we gotta talk about the really hot, stormy weather that has been just continuing over the past couple of days, going on about a week now. We did have some severe thunderstorms that happened on Monday, so my forecast did turn out well. We had multiple damaging wind gusts, also a couple tornado warnings down in southern Delaware. So overall, pretty pleased with my forecast, and we're going to continue to see this really warm weather. Going to be pretty warm around Thursday, but on Friday we have this cold front that sags down that's going to drop temperatures from the upper 70s, low 80s, down back into the 50s and 60s. Still going to remain humid though, it looks like. Also going to come with some stormy weather as well. So we saw the temperatures drop into the 60s this weekend, or over the weekend, but as we go into Sunday, we're seeing temps rise again into the 80s, probably around mid 80s on Sunday, 83 to 85 degrees. Very humid as well, dew points in the 60s, the mid 60s. And we have this other cold front that's finally coming through, and we're going to see the development of possible thunderstorms all along this zone here. This could be possibly strong to severe as well with, damaging wind gusts, hail, tornadoes, just like we saw with the last event. We've been pretty consistent with these storm systems. They're bringing in a lot of warm air, and the cold fronts come in, strong and severe storms, going to kick them out. If we're going into the day on Wednesday, we could be seeing temperatures in the low to mid 40s. That's definitely a big difference going from the mid 80s to the mid 40s. And as we're going into Friday morning into the early afternoon, we're seeing these showers rolling through, probably with a couple rumbles of thunder, still on the heels of Thursday's possible severe weather event. And as we go in the afternoon, we're seeing the development of a couple garden variety thunderstorms. Nothing severe with these, just rumble thunder, some heavy rain. Those quickly die off, and then Saturday we're seeing the development, maybe a couple strong showers and thunderstorms in this zone here. Not expecting anything strong and severe with those either. Just the heavy rain, lightning, thunder. The normal thunderstorm that you would think of. Look at 7-day here. We got the really, really warm temperatures in the mid 80s on Sunday, but then dropping down into the 40s through early to midweek, and then rising back up again, but remaining dry, so that could be nice. Getting off these really warm temperatures. Let's have to see how these things develop. I'll keep you updated if need be for these severe thunderstorms that are possible on Sunday.
Well, that's all for this week.
Go Riders.